I wanted to talk with you guys today about how you're going to be posting to a platform called Artsonia. Artsonia is a spot where you can take photos of your artwork and post it online, and if your parents give you approval, then people will be able to see it online just publicly, which is pretty cool. It's a great way for you to get feedback, and it's a great way for me to document when you're turning things in, because it has a time-marked stamp of when you submitted. So I'm going to show you all of the steps that you need to follow to post to Artsonia, and it's really important that you pay attention to exactly what I'm expecting from you for this, because Artsonia is the way that I grade all of your projects. So make sure that you're paying attention to all of these steps. It's super important because you will be doing this to turn in every single project that you complete. When you're finished with your project, you're going to take it over to where it says Artsonia Station. So we've got this space that's right next to the window, so it's prime lighting for taking photos. We're going to set our picture down, and you're going to grab the iPad so that you can get started with the process. So once you've got the iPad, you're going to look for the app that says Artsonia. You can find it on the main page, or you can find it on the home bar just down here. So you'll just click on that little app. When it comes to this home page, you're just going to click on Students, and it gives you the option to scan the QR code or enter the class access code. Sometimes after this has been done a couple of times in the students area, then you don't get this prompt, but if you do, you'll just click Scan QR Code. So scan QR code, and up next to the window is this little QR code that you're just going to help it find. And then it says Centennial High School, please confirm, and we say that's correct. So once we've done that, you need to enter your first name. So if you just start typing in your first name. So we're saying it's Haley. Then you can go through and see which one is you. You can also check to make sure that you've got the correct grade. So if I said Haley H and I clicked on it, then I can say this school year, it's double checking that it's 2019 with 2020, and we're going to say add art. Once you've clicked on add art, it will give you a list of all of the projects that are available for you to turn in. So it's only going to give you the projects that are in your specific class. So you can go through and decide which one of these projects is the one that you're turning in. So you'll click on that. And then it gives you the option to take a photo. So that's when you're going to be lifting this up and taking your photo. When you are taking photos of ceramic projects, you're going to take multiple photos. The first sets of photos are going to be of the project before it goes into the kiln. So that means it's before the bisque fire. So I want you to set it down, make sure that you don't have anything on the bottom so that it doesn't get that piece of paper dirty. And then we're going to hold our iPad, and oftentimes people try to take their photos from up high, and then they only get the top part. It's not as detailed, and it doesn't look as nice. So I would rather you just sort of squat down and take the picture from this type of angle. So you can see I'm just holding it up so I can see the top part of my project. I've included all of it, and now I'm just going to take my picture here. Now that I've got my project picture taken, I have the opportunity to adjust the crop area, and right now its first option always tells you to do this little horseshoe, which is the dumbest tool, because then you just click on this little thing and it like makes it awkward and uneven. So please don't ever use that tool. Instead, just switch to this one with the box and the little arrows, and then that way you can drag it out. And the reason why I would drag it out is so that the entire image is included. So I want to have like about a ½ an inch on all edges, so I don't want to have like extra space. So I'm just kind of moving that around. Oops, and I accidentally moved the box rather than dragging the corner. So I'm just dragging those corners so that I've got an even amount of space from all of the edges, and that way it's centered, it shows my whole project. I've got all of these details, like right where the stem connects, you can see my leaf and that little curlicue. So I chose the best area to select to include in this picture. When you're finished with cropping, then you have the option to go up to where it says next. So we'll just click on that button. And that gives us the option of changing the image, like the values, going through with the brightness and the contrast. I always try this little magic wand, so I'll click on, can you guys see that magic wand? I'll click on it just to see if it made it better, and in my opinion, I think usually it does. We also have the option of clicking on this where you can change the brightness or the contrast. So if you want to make your picture brighter, you can. If you want to change the contrast to make it more similar in value, or have those darker values stand out against those brighter values. I think usually it helps to make it just a little bit darker with the contrast that way, and once you've decided that you like the way that it looks, you can come up here to where it says submit. It gives you a couple of prompts. Oops. It gives you a couple of prompts to do a title, which you can skip, and you can also add an artist statement, which usually you can skip, and then it gives you a summary that it was submitted to the teacher for review. So that means that you are done. When you're finished, you can go back to home, and it shows you all the things that you have posted. So if you want to do another picture for that project, which sometimes I will ask you to do too, then you can add more art, and then you would just go to that same project. Obviously these are not ceramics, but you can just go to that same project and then take another photo and follow the same process.